Well, I think we're live on the internet now.
Yeah, we're in there.
Hey, has Spoonie been trying to talk you into going on the MILF Manor with him?
Just me and him as a dad couple? What are you talking about?
Has he been trying to do it?
He hasn't.
Well, he's been trying to talk me into it. We're going to dive into that right after this.
Different Generations is brought to you live by GBT Property Management.
I bet y'all didn't know we do property management. Go to gbtpm.com for all your property management needs. Even if you're looking for a shit box to rent, we got plenty of those. Spoonie, you watched a bunch of MILF Manor.
I watched like 2 episodes on YouTube, or the clips you could get on YouTube. It was horrific.
What was bad about it?
The whole thing, man. It feels like the fall of Rome. Like we've reached the pinnacle of decadence, and we're just on the way down into the pit of Tartarus.
What?
We'll cross up some mythologies there for you. Went from Rome to Greek, but
Braxton.
Hey, what are you talking about?
just saying we're headed into the abyss, guys. We're making TV shows about dudes banging in the same rooms with their moms, or vice versa. Like there's no redemption. There's zero redemption factor in that. Like,
What
there's
happened to America?
The only person that I see on the fan forums is Sohail. He's just like, MILF Manor season 2, please.
Where you see the downfall of society, I see
Opportunity.
I just want to know, like, how long did it take for that idea to get approved? Like, someone had to think of it, and they had to present it to another person, had to present it to another person, who had to go before probably some board or directors or producers, and then start writing and scripting and picking at. Like,
I feel like
so
that was
much that goes into it before what it is now.
I feel like it was a last-minute decision. They sat in a room for 6 days and couldn't come up with anything, and they're like, we got to have something to present to the board tomorrow. MILF Manor.
That's it. But
No one ever said, no, that's wrong. No.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that whenever you tell somebody that idea, they're like, don't ever tell anybody. Don't ever say those words out loud again. Like, just never mention that again. That's weird.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Some things you don't have to say. You can just think them.
Yes.
And then get mad at yourself for even thinking it and move on.
That's it. So, but it's now a show. So who do you think's the driving force behind the couples that go on the show? Do you think there's a son that's like sees a casting call and is like, hey, Mom, I wish you'd really do this for me? Or is it the mom like, come on,
Dude,
son?
It has to be all fake. Like, how do they even script? Like, how do they even like set that up? Where
A casting call?
yeah, for a mom and a son, or do they
like-
just like, you got to have your mom tell us about your life, and then they pull her into a side room and be like, hey, by chance, are you a hooker too?
I don't know. Like, it might be infomercial stuff. We're just not up late enough at night to be like, are you an old whore that wants to bang young guys?
We also I don't have TV. Like, how would I know?
I don't know.
Like,
And it's like, I feel like that's also just a niche crowd too, where it's like both the mom and the son are just equally just wrong.
come on. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't have a relationship with my mom, but if she showed up and was like, "Hey, we're gonna go on this reality show, and you're gonna bang old chicks, and I'm gonna bang young dudes, and you know what I mean? We're gonna win some money. Is there a prize at the end?"
I have no idea.
I mean, it feels like a long time. I feel really old thinking about how young I felt when I was watching The Situation and Vinny and everybody on, Jersey Shore trying to smash people. And that seemed like that was a wild-ass show at the time.
What?
Now we've reached a whole new level of crazy shit.
You watch Jersey Shore?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus. Do you even know what Jersey Shore is? Your
It's
generation
hilarious.
knows nothing about that.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore was like the real world
It was.
like spinoff.
I never really liked The Real World. I never enjoyed those shows.
I loved the Real World and I loved Road Rules. Those are original reality TV. But
You know Theo Vaughn was on Road Rules?
yeah, I remember reading that. Those are originals, but I never got into Jersey Shore. I can't think of. I mean, Jackass. I love Jackass.
Fantastic, yeah.
I loved Jackass. Like we would know when the new episode was coming out. and set up a party around it. Like, hey, we're all going to be at this place watching Jackass and drinking, and everybody would show up. So yeah, Jackass was a good time, but I don't remember any of the rest of them. Like Jersey Shore, I was never. I remember when Jersey Shore got old, like and tired, and those dudes started doing like their world tours.
Oh yeah.
Where they would just like come to fucking Stephenville, Texas, and come to a
Right.
pool party. You know what I mean? I remember that. I remember whenever Sterling, the apartments we used to live at, were having a party and like the situation was going to be there, and I was like, "Who?" And they're like, "A guy from Jersey Shore."
Mike.
Yeah, he's going to be at this party, and I'm like, and I got to pay $20 to party at the party that he's going to be at, and they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, I think I'll just stay at home that day.
That was some girl's biggest night at college
what?
when they hooked up with the situation.
You think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
No way.
for sure.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You never saw the
anything
show?
about
That's all they
situation.
did. Was like he would just go out and they'd bring random girls back to the pad, like constantly.
That no, I didn't know anything about it. Speedy, we're
need
gonna
to-
need that password to that computer. We're gonna do some bill collecting right quick. So Chad Doetry loaned a guy
Oh, I saw that.
$75,000, and homie ain't paying, but he says he has the money, but he won't pay.
That's weird.
It's strange. But what's even weirder is that he hasn't blocked like him and Chad. Like when I go to his Facebook profile, like Chad's a mutual friend with him. Like they haven't blocked each other yet. So
Hate's flowing everywhere on the internet this week. You're getting hate. Our guy we know, Anthony's getting all kinds of smoke. Like everybody's just getting smoke from all the people.
yeah, smoke's coming. Smoke's there. But I'm gonna jump on this. So I went and commented on this guy's post, and I didn't realize that it was his dad's retirement post. It was just some long-winded nonsense. It was his dad.
I've lived a great life. I really appreciate this opportunity for my career and all the wonderful people I've met. And Corey's in there like, yeah, fuck your son. Like, just, why did you do that, man?
It wasn't that.
You gotta comment back. I mean, you get a message.
Oh, yeah, I got a message back. He messaged me, and it was in my other folder. I was going in there looking for tits, and fucking boom, there's some weirdo crying about whatever. I was
What
like,
kind of magical Facebook do you have where tits just appear in a folder?
what? They're the other folder. The spam bots go in there.
Oh,
with the
yeah. I
titties.
get those too, but I've never opened them. I
you
just
don't-
delete them.
You don't click the link. You just go in there and see what's in there. If it's a link,
Really?
it might
I've
be-
been missing out by just wiping out my spam folder on.
Just pro tip: go in there. Go in that other folder every once in a while. Look around. Every now and then, there'll be something weird. But either way, the weirdness was this guy
We can
yelling at me. Not yelling. That's being dramatic. He was Spoon. He wrote a very articulate letter to me
Oh, I like your big words.
about
It was very articulate of you to say that.
about his nonsense, and so you know,
Corey is quite loquacious, but he's not always verbose.
yeah.
It's nice of you to use.
and I
words
messaged
like
him back.
articulate.
I messaged him back, but he didn't. He's not messaged me back. So it's
Did you
like,
see it?
Yeah, he saw it. It says, I said, so you're broke? Why not just repay it in the time you asked for? And he didn't respond. But I got his father right here.
Kevin, you got 5 years on me. You'll be you're
got-
right in the age group for milk.
I sent his father a friend request. His father did not accept my friend request. So anyways, we're gonna have to do a little research, but it's not gonna be that hard. It'll be pretty easy. If you'll pass me the pooter, I will look this cat up real quick in a hurry.
Take some photos.
What, of me actually working? This is so easy. Oh my God. Never mind.
I'm just glad
This
you joined
is-
us on our quest about real estate today.
This is not working out very well.
Look at that. He looks so professional. It is
go.
a trash mouse.
Okay, you only can click on the top of this one. If you click on the bottom of it, it does.
Eventually, it'll pull up
The right
Firefox
click.
for you.
It just constantly
It'll pull
pulls
up
up
Firefox eventually for you.
weird.
All right, I got to look up the zip code
Pornhub
of this
stuff.
town that he retired from. Let's see. Oh, yep. Easy enough. Look up that old zip code. Braxton, did you ever think we would be like basically private detectives when it comes to looking up people?
Didn't.
Like,
But it's easy to do.
yeah, it's like,
Their whole lives are on the internet.
yeah, we're about to. All right, 765 76513. That's easy enough. So we'll just 76513. We'll look up the old dad here.
Kevin, I learned loquacious on Facebook because somebody corrected me because I was saying verbose, and they're like, "That's not what that means."
And it asked me for
You're
my login,
loquacious.
of course.
I had to go look it up.
That's the old.
Spoonie doesn't leave stuff just logged in long term.
No,
So we got to do everything we just did. We got to do that again. So,
It's gonna be some weird password too.
nah, it was already. He saved the password. He just has it log out. If you don't use it within 3 minutes, logs out. Keeps everything safe for Spoon. 76513. All right.
It's the old hometown zip code.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Well, there he is. 61 years old. He's got 3 phone numbers on here.
Is this dad or the guy?
This is a dad. You know, we're using 3 of Spoonie's smart credits. We got a few, so won't hurt him. All right.
I know a guy.
Oh,
We'll call
right
him.
there. Very first number. The
Mobile.
second number. Guess what the second number is?
His.
It's his. So this is going to be easy money. Chad, if you're watching, do you have any messages? Drop what you want me to say to homie in the comment section.
Do you want me to have that guy deliver your meat with the check?
Do what?
How much meat did Chad buy?
Yeah.
He wanted one of the meat boxes.
Uh-oh.
We haven't figured out how to ship them yet.
He's got that do not disturb on.
He's retired. He's probably sleeping in.
We went right around that, though.
Double dial.
Just buzzed right around that do not disturb. If you don't answer on the double D triple. Oh, I done got a text message with the phone. I already got his phone number, bro.
Yeah, well, you got to because technically you are only double dialing now because the first one didn't ring.
It's true.
So you're not rude yet.
Oh, I'm never rude. And he used to live out.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
He texted you though?
Huh?
He texted you though?
Uh-uh.
The tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Reb, this is Corey Thompson. Your son Tanner owes about $75,000 he was supposed to pay back on January 6th, but he hasn't paid it back and he's kind of refusing to. I just want to see if you can maybe help us recoup some of those funds, so give me a call back whenever you get this. Thank you. All right, so now that we've done that, we'll call up the son. We'll call up old Tanner.
He probably ain't accepting random phone calls.
You don't think so?
No, he's an outlaw right now. He
Oh,
knows
man.
what that call is.
Nah, he left me on red on Facebook. That's not polite.
Hey,
That
why
is
didn't
a
you
little
respond to me?
hurtful.
Yeah,
Skip Trace him. Hey, why didn't you respond to me? What?
yeah. Like, you left me on red on Facebook. You know?
Next level follow up.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't.
I'd be a creep.
don't
in
appreciate
DMs.
being
Call
blocked.
has been forwarded.
Like, why did you block me?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Send a postcard. How do you have my address? I just want to make sure that you got my other.
I had to
Yeah.
call your nana. You blocked me.
I just had to make sure that you got the messages all.
I wonder who Robert is. Robert's 86. That's probably the granddad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit him up.
Your call has been forwarded.
Hey, try
See
to
you.
get in touch.
Hey, we're looking for Tanner. He owes a friend of mine some money.
Just kind of think y'all are loan sharks.
I'm not saying he's got problems, but
Yeah.
he owes a lot of money.
It's not a big deal as
He
long
owes,
as he
uh,
gets back in touch with me.
Yeah, he owes $75,000. You know.
It seems legit, but we need that back as soon as possible. Just like,
So this landline's. We'll try that second landline.
I also didn't understand, like,
It's
how in his
75.
response, he's like, well, how is that not a, if that's a scam, I apologize. But he's like, but it's like, no, dude, he's not getting that return because you're not paying him back.
Yeah.
And you're out of that window, too.
I mean, all right.
Sorry.
So that one, well, I didn't think that one would work, but this other one ain't gonna work either. It's hell, it's not even in the fucking right town, and it's a landline, so I don't know how that works, but give him a call. Give the old grandfather a call. Maybe not. I'll give nobody a call there. Okay.
Got mom, sister,
Let's
brother.
hold on. We'll get. That's the grandmother. Damn. Okay. It's trying to get me to add something to LastPass. I don't know if should I do that, Spoonie? Okay, so what I have here, I got Logan. That's probably brother. Ramona, Matthew, Emily. I don't see anybody that would ring true as a mom. Possible associates. I'd start calling possible associates. That would get real savage. Okay, we'll just see what old Logan's doing. Logan, sir. We're looking for a tanner. He owes somebody $75,000 and is not repaid. He was supposed to repay on. Yeah, there's a Logan right there. Call old Logan up. Now, I'm not going to be able to follow up with these people too much. Just see if. I wonder who Logan is. Man, there's a little rap song on TikTok about Logan.
Hello.
Hey, Logan, this is Corey Thompson. Your brother,
Okay, go ahead.
your brother, I think Tanner Brock. Is that your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, he owes a buddy of mine $75,000. Was supposed to pay it back on January 6th, and he hasn't repaid it. So we're trying to get that settled up. Could you deliver a message to him for me?
Yeah. Is this in regards to like a flip property he's doing, or?
Yeah, it's in regards to some real estate, but he says he has the money. He just don't want to pay it back, and we don't understand that. And when lawyers get involved and all that, it gets kind of a little weird, So we're just we've been trying to get in touch with him, and he won't take nobody's calls. We called your dad and left a message with him. I guess next we'll start sending out letters. We don't really know, why somebody wouldn't keep their word and just pay it back.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, I don't have anything to do with his business. I'm separate from that. I will relay the message that you guys reached out. That's about all I can do for you, man.
All right, man. Just tell him to give me a call later.
Yeah.
How embarrassed would you be, Braxton?
I
Like somebody just calls Abby and is like
faking a death. I'm a Panama, bro.
like Brian's got a voicemail and Abby's fucking texting you like some weirdo just called me saying you owe $75,000.
It's kind of insane.
I mean, it's a little embarrassing.
Well, it's just like I get everyone gets in a bind sometimes. It can happen, but it's just like you got to handle it up front. Like when you start,
What's the same?
ignoring it and not addressing it and making excuses this and that. It's like,
But it's the same talk we talked about earlier. So they have to be partners. If he can't do nothing with it, call Chad and deal with that. Be like, hey, dude, I fucked this up, but we can work out of this. It's just going to take some time.
take ownership, be up front, and say, here's how much I do have that I can give you.
That's right.
I'll give you equity for the rest, or 100% equity. Just
Roll with me.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't even count how many conversations I have started with, hey, I fucked this up. You just got to own it.
I'm gonna send him this video on Facebook since he left me on red. I'm going to let's turn this volume down so we don't echo everybody out. I'm gonna send him this old video right here. Actually, I don't even know how to do this. Fuck. Where's the lives at? Live. There we go. I found it now. And I'm gonna send it to old Tanner. We'll just let him let him simmer on that a little bit, because he won't. I mean, it's a little weird that he won't message me back.
If you're going to take time to type out that long text, you'd think he'd respond afterwards.
Called your
Weird
family
deal.
to apologize. All right. Well, I don't know. What weird shit you watching on TV, Spoonie? You don't have TV, but what are you doing?
We watch a lot of Bluey at our house.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Like, we don't watch a lot of TV. We do have a movie night every week. The kids get to pick a movie.
So y'all were snowed in for however many days. Well, not Braxton. He went to work every day, but y'all were snowed in, busting up water for animals or whatever. You can catch up on anything then?
TV wise?
Yeah.
No, we were birthing the whole week.
So there's a show. Have you heard of Collins Street Bakery?
Yes.
Have you heard of it?
Oh,
Over
yeah.
there in Belmead?
There's
They're-
one in Waco. They're all over the place. Corsicana. They're big
They're
factories.
based out of Corsicana.
Okay.
Their accountant stole $17 million from them. And then they made a documentary about it. It's called Fruitcake Fraud. And it's supposed to be on Discovery Plus. And I wanted to watch it, but I can't find it. Nowhere on the internet. I found one really sketchy link on YouTube, but I haven't been able to search it down.
Did you get Discovery Plus?
I've had Discovery Plus. I love Discovery Plus. I think it's $7-8 a month, and it's got like 50,000 things to watch. So it's got all the little gold digging shows, like not
Yeah, my son loves
about
those.
gold diggers,
Yeah.
but about actually getting gold out of the ground. It's got Pawn Stars, and then Alone, which is, I do like Alone. I think Braxton could go do Alone. Not really, but kinda.
I'd survive. I wouldn't do good. I'd be in a bind, but I could make it.
Nah, dude, there was one guy. I watched the season 3. One dude had stored up all this fish, and he had calculated way wrong how much of it he had to eat a day to sustain himself. And so he had a shitload of fish, and they took him out because of his blood pressure was 80/60. He's like, wait, I got food, I'll just eat. And they're like, you should have done that.
A week ago.
Yeah, you should have been eating it the whole time. He's like, damn it. So he tapped out. And then the guy that won season 3, I thought at the beginning, I was like, this dude's going to lose. But I think they knew he was a soldier, and so they gave him the hardest location. So they're always on some lake, and he's at the base of the lake, but he has to go 8 stories up to get to a flat part where he could build a shelter. And then 8 stories back down every day to fish and get water. So every
When you're
day,
literally running on a couple hundred calories.
and he fucking built shit all day, every day. He whittled fucking spoons. I don't have a clue. He didn't eat for like the last 2 weeks. I mean, basically the chick that was up against him starved to death before he did, and that was it. He made it a day longer than she did and won $500,000. But in Maine, he lived like that. Like, he lived in a fucking hut with no power, no water. So
In the coldest place in the U.S.
yeah. So, anyways, I mean, he was set up pretty good. Like, once he got his
impressive.
shelter up and going and everything, I mean, he was good to go. But I just couldn't imagine going up and down eight stories every day to get to water and food. He built a pier. I mean, he built a pier, like, so he was going out. He built a fucking boat to try to trap a duck, and like wound up a propeller and fucking sent it out into the lake with a little rope tied to it. So hopefully a duck would land on it and he'd trap a duck. I mean, he tried all kinds of shit. This was the first episode, or the first thing I ever saw where they just basically lived on fish. Not a single mammal was consumed. Well, that guy killed a bird. He caught a bird and ate it. So, anyways.
Wow.
So, you ever watch Alone?
No.
What shows do you watch?
I think the only thing I think Forrest Gallant, a guy that I like watching his stuff, I think he was either on that. I think he was either that or Naked and Afraid. One of those 2 shows.
Really?
But he's like a biologist, like outdoor guy, so he did really well on it. That's the only thing I know about it.
Do y'all have any? I mean, anything cool happen to you this week, Braxton?
I just went to work. Got a lot of deals.
We did get a lot of deals. When you get any deals?
No, y'all got 5?
6. It's a good week.
Was it good? Week? We need $1 million wired, so we got 2.3 committed.
You had another quarter on top of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got
2.5.
at least. So we need to receive some wires. Need some people to wire some money, Spoony. So got a couple wires since we've been here, but close on its first deal, so that's working out. But nothing for the different generations. Like Braxton, we're about to drive to Vegas. This will be our second time in Vegas together.
Yep. My first road trip out there.
Mm-hmm. How do you think it goes?
He's been to Vegas before. It's how long can you ride in a car with Corey without being frustrated with him?
We made some drives.
I mean, you guys like to listen to Grant Cardone for 12 hours at a time, so you'll be fine.
Savage is a savage does.
We probably will do some of that.
Yeah.
We might even drag the camera guy. We might text Max and be like, hey, what are you doing next week? We'll drag him on the road trip and then put him on a plane home.
What about new guy that just quit his job? Like,
He was talking about coming.
you could put him
To Vegas?
Yeah.
Put him in the back. That giant dude in the back of the Mustang, just in the back.
I'll
fold it up
text
like
him
this.
because he wanted the dates. He had asked me that a couple weeks ago.
That'd be
He said he
hilarious.
wanted to go.
We'll have to get Braxton's room swapped to a 2-bed.
Or not.
We ain't getting him in his own room.
No, I'm just saying. Like maybe they want to hang out together. You don't know.
I mean,
Braxton, are you going to gamble with Corey?
He can't.
No, probably not. My one experience, I lost $29 digital blackjack. I'm like, and it was a span of probably 3 minutes.
who's first off, this is complete and utter bullshit. They will not give me a marker like Spoon. You get 50% of my winnings, okay,
Yeah, I'm not giving you any money.
at 100% of my
You
losses.
owe me $200 right now for pork chops.
I do, but I need $5,000. You get 50% of my winnings, but 100% of my losses.
Yeah, I'm not doing that deal.
Here's the deal I'll make with you.
Okay.
I'll give you 5.
Yeah.
Payable, got to be returned within 60 days.
Okay, so 2 months.
10% interest.
You pay me
Hard.
back $6,000 flat.
Ooh, 20%. I like it.
So $6,000 is what I get if you lose it or if you make up to say $15,000. Over $15,000, then I take 25%.
Ooh, that's and you're sitting at $16,000, and you're like,
Like
ooh,
nah.
you're right at $16,000, and you're just like, you know what I think I'll do?
Going to the cage.
No, bet it all.
Well, I get $6,000 flat then. I'm okay with 20%, or I'll take 25 of anything over 15. Because at that point, you're coming out ahead.
Hard 20 is a pretty good offer for that.
I like it. I like the offer. Do you have a counter?
No, I like his offer.
I feel like
Now, should we Shark Tank him and go in and lower the offer? Like, all right, we're going to go in together.
Now that I know he's the only, if he don't have an offer, you know what? I want 30%.
We're doing
returned
25 apiece, 2,500 apiece, and we want 30% of the action.
wait, hold on. If y'all both coming in on the deal, I'm gonna need more money.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Do 3,500 a piece. And now
We can do that for 40% of the
Pay back
winnings.
flat 8,500. Anything over 20,000.
No, you just went down on the amount. You went to 8,500. We're bringing 7,000.
We 3,500. I
He
guess so,
countered. Yeah.
1,500.
Yeah, it's not a good deal. No, we got to go. He would need, let's see, a flat 10.
We'll
bring
shoot
back.
you over a couple of options.
Yeah.
You can pick your package.
Can I get your email?
You
it's
can.
very good, Spoonie.
Yeah, pick your loan shark package.
I like it. We're
I
going
feel
to,
like you might get a better deal getting a marker at the casino.
probably not. Like, they go to. I don't know what they do at the casino. Like, will they
Here's
give
your
you a
house
marker?
title. Oh yeah, they'll give them to you on your house title. Like they'll you can leverage anything you want at the casino.
Oh,
They're
give
like,
them away.
all I have is trailers.
Give them away
Take it or leave it.
All my trailers. Show up with all my trailer titles. We got a bunch of blue Texas titles. What do y'all want? Like, come on.
Like,
So they'll be like,
I guarantee you they'll
That's
take your car title.
That's a good line of credit right there, though.
oh yeah, we'd have some has some shit going on. I mean, that
You'd have
trailer-
enough to really start making the right move.
Yeah. Well, I
You
feel
might
like
just run out before you start getting in that.
we get in that sweet spot pretty. When you get in there, you're in there. I mean, when it's not, you got to wait for it to come back. That's the hard part. That's why I always run out of money. But I'm always with $400. It's hard to do $400 playing $25 a hand, 3 hands. You know what I mean? You got to start winning early to stay in it.
I don't enjoy gambling like that. I just like going to Vegas to watch people. It's fantastic people watching plays.
I like watching people too, but I'm also, I'm on my diet, so I'm not going to be like, I'm just whatever steak or fucking meat throwing restaurant I can find, and omelets. That's basically it. It's going to be a shitty eating trip, but also going to try to find some Texans. Like, who here's from fucking Texas? That's what we need. Laser focus on finding
I
Texans.
still remember the old Aggie vet.
Yeah.
You spot him a mile away, just ain't in polo, smoking, yelling. Like you knew. That's our people.
Yeah. Easy to find then. They were easy to find. But be a good time. Anybody else coming to Vegas with us? Chad? So Chad deleted a message. Damn it. Chad, we don't know what you said. Text me what you said. So we had a podcast canceled this afternoon, but we're going to dinner tonight. So what else y'all got? Anything fun? Anything exciting?
You mean like Chinese space balloons that are floating around the U.S.?
What do you think happened there?
I mean, if you look at the internet, it's either a dereliction of duty or there was a payload on it, and they were afraid to pop that payload over the continental United States.
What do you think it was, Braxton?
I got no idea.
Did you see it?
No, I don't think you could see it.
No, did you know it happened?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I think the
yeah.
best part was like the last 2 days. They're like, oh, and I don't even know if it's all true because there's so much bullshit that just comes out on the air now. It's just constant bullshit. Oh, yeah, well, Trump had 3 come over, but we just found out about this yesterday. We'll provide the facts about the 3 we found out during the Trump administration. I just know you can see that big-ass balloon in the sky. Like, I don't think that got reported when he was around, and I don't think any of it matters. They could just be lighting balloons right now and just letting them go, and whichever ones get here. Like, who gives a shit? I think they should shoot them down before they get over our soil.
Really? Do you think they should shoot him down?
If it's truly spiny or Chinese spycraft or whatever they're calling it, like, why would they not?
Spiny.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you the funniest part of the Chinese spy balloon meet to me is the F-22 has its first air-to-air combat kill.
With a balloon.
Some pilot out there's got a fucking. He's like, I got one. Everybody else like, what? It's like I'm the only.
wanna know,
pilot,
baby.
I'm the only active pilot with a fucking air-to-air kill in the whole fucking army.
I don't even know if you could. Did they shoot it with a missile or with a?
I don't know.
I don't even think
No,
a missile would penetrate.
no, they
Like, I
said
think it just punched through the envelope.
No, they shot it with a Sidewinder. That was the big deal. That was like the big. Like I was reading like forums, so I wasn't on like, I wasn't on Facebook. Like I was on like the next level of like forums. So there's like people in there that seem to know what they're talking about. But that was their big deal. They're like, dude, like at the beginning when they first saw it, they're like, they can't shoot it down. Like you can't shoot it down because they don't know where the missile's going to go after
It punches
So-
through.
after it punches through. And then I don't know why, I guess 50 round or 20 cal or whatever fucking machine guns on there. They're like, that shit's also going to fuck up someone somewhere. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Like, if you're shooting with a backdrop of a mountain range, we do that all the time.
But it was 60,000 feet in the air.
That's
But
true.
I promise you, if you punch enough hole or even a few small holes through there, eventually that thing will land on the ground because it'll just slowly leak out.
Yeah, but the whole argument while it was over the United States was they can't anything you shoot it with. The balloon isn't necessarily dangerous because you could kind of know where it's going to land, but there's no way that they could do it without putting people in harm's way for the projectiles at the.
Yeah, how far does a bullet go? Shot from 60,000 feet.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
That's the funny thing, right? They waited till where was it?
Like Montana.
Yeah, well,
No, they shot it down in the ocean.
Yeah, but When they started talking about it, it was like Montana.
It's East Coast, though, is when they shot it down.
It was Charleston.
Yeah. Oh, it was, yeah. It was Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, they shot it down over the ocean, though.
But, like, I'm just saying they could have shot. They knew that thing was coming. There was no way they didn't know. Like,
I would not know. I wouldn't think they would know it's coming.
I mean, there's no way the NGA is not tracking stuff like that.
Maybe, but they're fucking.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I think it's great, media fodder and propaganda, but I hate to tell y'all, like, they're spying on us. We're spying on them. It's happening all the time.
It's in your pocket. It's called TikTok.
Yeah,
like, you don't need.
That's on like a personal level, but even if they're trying to get nuclear reactor intel, they can literally strap a camera to a private jet and fly over. Like, they have methods that they use.
I'm not worried about any of it. I just think that everybody that wanted it shot down, the people that were talking about the projectiles being the issue made the most sense on planet Earth to me, because I would hate to be sitting here on this fucking podcast right now and fucking a 20 cal come through the fucking ceiling and take me out, and y'all go,
25 Mac ripping through the roof here with the DE round would blow.
like America, and I'm like, God damn it, over a fucking
That
weather
would get
balloon.
you. It's like I beat high blood pressure, and this is what gets me.
Yeah, like
Ridiculous.
I mean, well, it might have a good payday with it though,
It's true.
So just
Does the
invest that into
policy
something.
pay out?
Yeah.
How does what pay out?
Does the policy pay out if F-22 kills Corey?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean that's not an act of God. There was a dude on the other end of that trigger.
Yeah, and pay Andrew a little and go after, you know what I mean? Go after the bad actors that caused that. You know what I mean? Go after the owner of this building. Just everybody in the chain of command, top to bottom.
Sohill all the way up.
No, not Sohill.
It was a
Sohill-
joke. I was just trying to bring Sohill into the conversation.
No, this cheap ass roof right here isn't bulletproof, and that's a problem.
The contractor, the building owner,
Yeah.
the property management company,
That's right. All of them.
then the United States military.
And the United States military. Just
They would probably cash you out pretty quick. I bet they'd just write you a check for something.
Well,
that
they
you
wouldn't
go
write
away.
me a
They'd
check,
write
I'd
his
be
family a
done.
check.
yeah. They'd write y'all a check.
The
Y'all-
Corey Wayne Foundation.
And y'all
They
would
would-
also have some claims too, because y'all watched it. You know what I mean?
Trauma, damages.
Yeah,
Yeah. You'd never be the same.
emotional.
Like, you can't have kids now. You're
I
like,
might, like this close, I might be missing a leg.
Yeah. You'd be like, I was going to have kids in a normal life, but now I can only think about if I have a kid that the U.S. military might shoot them from airspace.
Space.
I'm emotionally
Yeah.
scarred.
Yeah. So,
Took away the ability to have kids. Took away a leg. Was going to be an Olympian.
yeah.
Y'all took away all that.
So I'm going to need $1 trillion. I know y'all got it.
I mean,
That's, Spoon, don't
It's a
hate on
legitimate
them.
claim. Like if you get
I mean,
F-22 takes
no,
out
I get
Corey.
that. I'm just saying, like
A lot of things
military
we can
guys
claim.
get like 30% disability for losing a leg. Like you might have a hard to convince them to give you that check.
Listen, I was just sitting here podcasting when the U.S. government took me out trying to shoot down a fucking weather
Yeah,
balloon.
they JFK'd you straight out.
Yeah. Like,
Just-
you know what I mean? They were tired of this propaganda hitting the airwaves.
I think the best one I saw was that, and I immediately turned off because it was even too crazy for me to entertain. It was like, I don't know, it was like a YouTube short or something. The dude was like, it's definitely they're releasing a new strain of what across the U.S. That's what it is, and you could just see this dude had been in his basement way too long,
Yeah.
like just way too long. I'm like, homie, you got to get out and breathe. Like, just
I mean,
Can't breathe though if he's right.
if he's right, it don't matter. Like, none of that matters.
I don't,
He should live his life.
I mean, I get why people are mad, but I don't think that it makes a lot of common sense to, fire a sidewinder over the U.S. You know what I mean? Now, back in our day, we used to take shotgun shells apart and put rock salt in there and shoot the dogs that would come on and try to get our fighting roosters. So it'd be like, it would hit them, and I guess it stings from the hit and stings from the salt, but it wouldn't kill them. So maybe they have something like that for weather balloons.
Yeah, maybe they used
Moving
ice
forward.
bullets
I do think
like
it
on
wouldn't be-
CSI.
Yes.
I feel like it's doable to.
Yeah,
take
why
out
couldn't they
one.
use a frangible round or something?
I don't
Like
know.
we got those for air marshals. They're using frangibles inside of a plane so it don't punch the skin. Has to be a solution to that.
Yeah. You might have.
Or just drop a net on it with a bunch of weights. Like that thing has got to be at
I
some
don't
sort
think
of.
you could get above it.
Oh, we can definitely get above that.
No,
it was
not-
40,000 feet.
Nah, you're going 1,000 miles an hour. You're not going to drop a net out. You're
Bro.
not throwing a cast net at 1,000.
Special Forces guys stay both through the canopy, and they snatch them with C-130s. Like a balloon goes through the canopy. They grab that with a hook and rip those guys through the canopy
What's the canopy?
of trees. Like in the jungle, they send a balloon up through the canopy. There's a dude in a harness on the other end of it, and they come through with a C-130 and grab that one line and rip them right through the canopy.
It's true. They had it in Batman.
They're not 60,000 feet in the air.
I understand that, but they can catch a line that big with a C-130.
So they did in The Dark Knight.
There was something they could do.
Skyhook.
They could.
Morgan
There's
Freeman
something
talked
they could
about
do
it.
with that. There's like I'm not saying
Throw a
it's
hook
elegant.
at it. Let the hook dangle behind the
Yeah,
plane.
like-
Just rip it.
Like you see the videos of C-130s or Galaxy G5s, whatever they are, fueling planes.
It's true. They
Like,
did in The Dark Knight. That's what I keep
But
saying.
if it grabs it and it, you know what I mean?
There'd be a little pullback.
I got
but
all
you
of
just-
that. But
you
what
power
if it's
through
just
it.
a hook? What if it's just a
You
hook?
put it in
that's-
four
did
high.
you do
You put it in
tailspin?
four high.
But what if it's just a hook attached to a bunch of weights and it just pulls the weights out the back of the C-130? Like
A C-130 don't fly that high.
we have something that flies that high.
Oh.
It's only 40,000 feet.
I think
bro.
you just need a
think it was
dude on
60.
the back
I
of
think it
it.
was
maybe
60,000 feet.
that's probably pretty high. Yeah.
I think it was
So,
60,000
so
feet.
you're talking like U2 territory or Blackbird.
Yeah, like it was. That's what I read. I don't know though. I don't know how.
What about that one dude in the Red Bull that got in the balloon a couple years ago? What's that guy's name?
We
Felix
seen him up
Baumgartner.
with a rifle.
Felix Baumgartner. Like he gets up there, frangible rounds. We send him up Red Bull style. Dude jumps out, clack, clack, clack.
And then pulls the chute.
Yeah, he's got one shot. One shot.
Really, you got to think about it. The only thing that you need is the hook idea. F-22's got to have a way to detach the weights. So that's the Red Bull guy. He's just strapped on the plane.
Oh,
ready to
shit.
Pull that cord, drop the weight after the hook's set, so the plane's fine.
So he's in a pod under the wing.
now he can.
They
jump
drop it
too.
off so it just the G-force don't totally destroy him. Like it has to have brakes. I like where you're going with this. It seems legit.
I don't understand anything you're saying. I'm
All
pretty
I
sure
know-
everything we just talked about is going to get us banned off the internet.
All I know is in The Dark Knight, Morgan Freeman talked about the skyhook thing. It's
Okay.
real.
All right. Well,
Batman did it.
whatever we got going on here. Oh man. Well,
Yeah, they picked up in Alaska. There we go. Kevin Daly is the arbiter of truth and accurate information.
I was looking up Alaskan cruises for me and Emery.
It'd be cool.
You'd be the only people there under 50.
You think?
I think there's a lot of old people that go on those. I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun to go.
What?
You ever been on a cruise?
I know why there's only old people there. It's $6,900 a person.
Oh, there you go. Have you ever been on a cruise?
I know.
Oh, they're so much fun.
No, I wouldn't go to the Caribbean. Like I don't like hot. I don't like sand. I don't like those things. I don't like being in another country that if I get left, I don't know how I get back. You know what I mean? I don't like those things. But I do like the idea of going to Seattle, Washington, and making stops in Alaska. And if I get left, I'm just in Juneau. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we? Well, we're Alaskans now, sweetheart. Hey, Spoon, yeah, I want to work from up here.
Like, well, can't you get a plane ticket and get us home? I don't have an ID, sweetheart. We'll have to wait till you're of age.
Yeah.
I love it. My favorite part of the question that why didn't he just go get the ID?
Oh, yeah. No.
It comes up every time. Why don't you just go get the ID? You just got to go by there.
It's like, well, things happen, you know. If you've never been without an ID, if you've never actually had to start over from square one, like you've lost your social security card, your birth certificate, and your ID, you don't realize what a bind you're in. Like people like talk about voter ID laws, and I'm like, oh, it is very difficult to come back from none of those things because I came back from none of those things. I had to learn my mother's maiden name first, okay? So that was the first obstacle because I didn't know my mom's maiden name, but then I figured it out, okay? After I learned my mom's maiden name, I had to go to the school, my high school, and I'm like fucking 27 years old. Had to go to the high school and be like, I need a transcript. And I'm like, what? Like, I need a transcript from the school. Now think about it if it wasn't Grosbeck and everybody in that school didn't know who I was. Because if you go ask for a transcript, what do you think the next thing they're going to ask you for?
Need ID.
And I'm like, I ain't got one. That's why I need a transcript.
Try to get that.
Yeah, I'm
Working
trying to
on
get
that.
an ID. I need Corey Thompson's transcript. So you get a transcript from the high school. It's one of the many things on there that they will take at the driver's license place. Okay, So you get your mother's maiden name and a transcript. You go into the driver's license place and you're like, hey, I got my mother's name, maiden, and a transcript. You know, can I get an ID card or whatever? And they're like, yeah, sure, here's an ID card. And they ask you a couple more questions off your ID. Now that you got that, you can, and I think you got to have a bill in your name too.
Yeah, like a utility bill.
Like a utility bill.
Did you have to have a social to do that?
No, I was socialist, and I couldn't get a
Do you
social
have
security
your social
card.
now?
No, I do now. But I was socialist then, and the only way to get a social security card.
You're a socialist?
No.
Social
Less. So, anyways, the only way to get a social security card is with an ID and your mother's maiden name. So the first step is to get the ID, and once you get the ID, then you go get the social security card. And once you get the social security card, you can go get the birth certificate at any point in time after that. Because guess what? You got to have to get a birth certificate.
ID and social.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I never thought of that because the parents apply for the social for their kids. Like, did your mom just not do it, or did you lose all your dogs?
No, I lost all my dogs. Like I never had them. Probably more accurate. Like nobody ever handed them to me and said, "This is what you
Don't lose
need."
these.
Yeah, don't lose these.
Speaking
It's
of,
just like you're drifting through life, and all of a sudden you know it's like, oh, I need something. Like, how do you get it? I don't know. Go ask.
Never had that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Social security card? No, I memorized my
What is
number. Like, I've never seen it though. I've never had the actual physical thing in my hand. They're like,
Never asked for that.
yeah. They're like, how'd you get a job? I'm like, put it down. How'd you get a bank account? Wrote it down. Like, they never asked for it. So, yeah, I floated through life quite well for a long time. And then had to go through that shitty process, but got it all now. What you doing, Spoonie?
speaking of MILF Manor, do you remember, like, was it like 3 years ago when we tried to skip trace your mom?
Yes, Mom. If you're watching, you know, if you're watching up there in fucking Yankeeville, why don't you message us? Throw a comment in the comment section. Why don't you put this on video and send it out? Maybe TikTok can find my mom.
Get on the podcast.
Yeah, like I don't like the algorithm. Float around in New Hampshire and find my mother. Yeah, I've never met my mom. Then somebody asked where they could find like my whole life story one time, and I was like, I guess I'll just have to sit down and tell it one day. But I mean, it's not that impressive to a lot of people. I mean, but yeah, I don't know my mom. Braxton, did you know that about me? Mm-hmm. And you've known that for a while.
Yeah, I've known some. I mean, of course, I never hid anything, and not that you ever hid anything. I just don't think you ever thought about talking about it. It just don't come up.
Yeah, but people make it a big deal whenever you this makes people really sad whenever you tell them. They're like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "It's not that big a deal." Like I'm not like I wouldn't know the difference. You know what I mean? Like
I think that's it. It's like it's perspective at that point. It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy to them because if they did have it or if they did lose it, then they know.
yeah, it's like I
But
didn't
it's
have
like,
them.
You never had to start with.
I never had a mom my whole life. You know what I mean? It was like I never met her. I have very limited memories of her, and she called me one time when I was 17. I mean, like we're talking about somebody that was a ghost to me my entire life.
I mean, Virgil did the best he could. Like he did for you what he could.
Oh, my dad's a gangster. My
Like-
dad, like
I mean, if you didn't know what you're missing, it don't matter.
the commie moms. So what'd you say? The Freudian mom? What is it?
Oh, the
Overbearing.
devouring mother.
Oedipus?
The devouring mother. So that's the.
That is a good clip that Peterson where he's talking about it. It's very succinct when he's talking about it.
Have you seen this phenomenon? Mm-mm. I was like, oh man, the devouring mother. I would much rather have my situation than that situation. The devouring mother. And Spoonie couldn't explain it better than.
It's basically an overprotective mom that doesn't, it could be an overprotecting dad in this day and age, but the person in your life that is that helicopter that's surrounding you and making sure you never get hurt or have to face adversity in a constant back pull to like, oh no, it's going to be okay. Let me fix all those problems for you.
Terrible handicap to go through life with.
Like I said I wasn't going to talk about goats. I walked by this weekend and Maverick was just laying down sleeping with all the baby goats. I didn't know he was there. And I left him there. He was having a great time. Like he was just taking a nap. A lot of these moms that you're talking about, the commie moms, would never let that happen. Like he's living his best life asleep out there with goats, taking a nap.
The commie moms get on their high horse about how much time they spend with their kids. Like they spend 110% of their time with their kids, and do all these things. You know what I mean? And I'm like, they'll point a finger at you, be like, oh, you not around your kids enough or whatever. I'm like, the entire world ain't around their kids enough. Like, everybody on the fucking planet has a job, and they go and work, and it doesn't make them a bad parent because they're not around their kids. You know what I mean? Like, when I read those comments on the internet, I'm like, you people are fucking idiots. Like, I don't get it.
So I had a very different upbringing than you. My wife's upbringing was much more in line with yours, like, you know, but I don't, like, I remember, like, making all my, like, most of my meals from, like, I don't know, like, fourth grade.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't remember, like somebody just making meals, like my mom always helped me put together, like, a PB&J sandwich and stuff like that for my lunch, but it was the same thing. It was a PB&J, a Coke wrapped in foil, like, and a pack of...
What was a full for, you think?
I don't know. They said insulated. There's no way it does.
There's no way it
zero
does.
possibility, but it's a redneck thing. My grandma would always send my dad out with, like, a jar of tea wrapped in foil. Like, there's no way that insulates.
No way at all. Like, it's probably the opposite.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a great conductor of, you know, heat. And, like, just a package of chips. So that, and I'm not knocking it or anything like that, but there was no, like, coddling. Like, I remember using a deep fryer as a kid. Like, I think about that all the time now.
Dude, I cooked everything. I almost burnt down my house I got the grease too hot.
Yeah?
I fell asleep with the grease. I was getting ready to fry.
It's splashing everywhere.
I don't know what I was getting ready to fry. Probably some fish or chicken fried steak, something. But I'm like,
Chicken nuggets. I use fried chicken nuggets all
13
the time.
years old. I got a cast iron skillet on the stove and fell asleep. Woke up to it on fire. And so it's blowing flames and had no idea how to put out a grease fire other than don't put water on it. I knew that one, but I didn't know.
Just cover it up.
I didn't know just cover it up. So you know what I did? I grabbed a pot holder, grabbed it, and carried it out the back door and tossed it out the back door.
Okay. You got it outside where you control it.
It was August. So
That's not great.
Got it outside where you couldn't control it.
Yeah, I had a new problem. But anyways, I got that out.
But at least he could get the water hose on it then.
Yeah, so it was a pretty bad deal, but it burnt me. I mean, I had scars for a long time where the grease was popping out and getting me, like, it got me on my wrists, got me on my legs. But yeah, but I didn't even get in trouble for that. Like, my dad was like, "Oh, nice job on not burning down the house." Like, nice job on...
You learned everything that you needed to learn from that, you know?
Yeah,
It's
but
like at that point in time.
But it's like he lets you make those, like, I remember one time Deacon was over when he's little. He's just over, like, slamming a drawer.
yeah. Well,
And my wife's like, hey, he's going to hurt himself. I'm like, yeah, he's going to figure that out. And he did. Never did it again.
when I was 13, maybe 12, I don't know. But anyways, my dad worked away from home. And so it was me and my sister at the house. A 13, 14-year-old just at the house.
Nowadays, CPS would be up in there.
Getting ready to go to school, getting ready to do all those things 100% on our own. And he would be gone for a week or 2 weeks at a time, then come home for a week or 2 weeks at a time. I was like, I mean, did my own laundry, cooked my own meals, did all the things at that moment in time. She did her own thing. I did my own thing. We get on the bus, go our separate ways at school, you know what I mean? Get off the bus. But I mean, that was life. So I don't know. I mean, maybe having a mom would have worked out, but all the women I've dated have always blamed my mom for my mama issues. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, slight maybe. But I just think it's like, I mean, if you're around a mom a lot, you probably get a more tender side, but I don't know. My dad wasn't mean or cruel or any of those things. He was just very realistic with his tutelage. And I think your mom's the same way. So I mean,
She's a bad cook too, so I learned to cook early.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's really, I mean, who's driving the ship, because I don't think your mom was softening blows for you. Like, yeah,
Like I said, like we weren't allowed to cry or anything. It's just that ain't gonna fix nothing. Just quit.
dude, Biggins wakes up in the middle of the night every night and starts throwing a fit, and I'm like, oh, you're about to start getting fucking spankings in the middle of the night for the fit you're throwing in the middle of the night over not having a cup of water. Because, I mean, he drinks his first cup, and if you give him a second one, he pees the bed. And I'm like, we ain't doing this. Like, we're not, you don't need 2 cups of water, make it through the night. What you thinking, Spoonie?
No, I was just thinking about all that. Like, I think my mom was really protective until I was about 5, and that's when it became way more hands off. Like, she just, I mean, I'm not saying your kids should be feral, but they got to have some. They got. Look, my kids are feral. I'm just saying. I'm not saying internet lens has to raise their kids like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think it hurts. Like
No.
my kids have life skills. Like if I tell my kids to go clean the chicken coop, they go get it done. Like they have to. Like that's.
Yeah, I'm like, I would just from the time I was 6 years old till whenever, I would disappear for 8 hours a day. I mean, I would have been so far gone by the time my parents would have known that I was missing. Like that'd have been way gone. But like, wait, I ain't seen Corey in 2 days. Where's he at? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't. But y'all, you didn't grow up in the country, did you? You grew up in town,
right?
So when we go to town, I just remember like how close everything was. We could walk the subway and all that because where we lived, we'd ride bikes probably 10 miles a day. You know, every fucking where. On a Reese's peanut butter cup. You know what I mean? Like as far as calories being consumed.
I did not have that. I got picked up every day by my grandparents, and I just went out to that big ass farm they had. They had 300 acres, and I would just ride my bike around it, and nobody checked on me. Like I'd just be like, "I'll see y'all later," and I'd get a fishing pole or a 410 and just leave.
Well, we literally just watched where everybody got off the bus at, even though we didn't really have. We had assigned seats, so we couldn't talk to the people that were on the bus. So when I was 10, we moved out to where my sister still lives. But anyways, watch where everybody get off the bus at. And one day I was just like, I'm just going to ride my fucking bike over there, knock on the door. So I rode over there. And that was Danny. I was like, you got a bike? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's go see if we can find Timmy. Rode. Timmy had a long ass driveway. We didn't know if we were at the right place. We roll up. Is Timmy here? Yeah. Boom, got Timmy. Then there was a couple of girls that lived in the neighborhood. Timmy ended up marrying one of them. But you know, we'd ride by their houses. Nobody was brave enough to go knock on their doors. Like, I think that's where she lives. Cool. Right on. But we'd ride down to the lake. We'd ride all over the place. I mean, we had a great time. So, anyways, I don't know what else y'all want to talk about. I'm a little bit cold, a little bit hungry. We got to raise some money in this fund.
Y'all see Spoon?
Is that Spoon?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Damn, Spoon.
You're getting quick, man. You're getting quick. We're Halo jumping.
I always
Halo
throw
jumping.
it up. I throw it up there like right when you all start talking about something serious for once. I'm like, oh, okay.
That picture?
Dude, that's
Just like whatever I do, like
that's your
bad
idea
timing.
right there.
That's a Halo jump. That's the opposite, but I like it.
What do you mean?
Halo jumps
Yeah, I
high
tried
altitude.
to find like the
High altitude, low orbit, or something like that. It's where they jump out. They have to have assisted oxygen.
Yeah. Well, there you are. You're doing it. What do you think that cost?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, Felix Baumgartner can pull it off. That dude went to space in a balloon. Do you know who I'm talking about?
yeah, I don't think you can pay to do that.
I think he got paid to do it.
Yeah, Red Bull sponsored him. I'm saying this dude can pull it off.
No, I'm
He's
saying
tough.
you can't pay to Halo jump.
No, that's a military thing.
Yeah.
You can pay
There's
to
a
do it.
price.
The Felix thing is crazy. I don't know how he didn't pass out.
There's a price.
You can definitely do this. Uh-oh. We got somebody mad at us.
About what? Feral children?
Okay. Uh-oh. We got people yelling at us on the internet more.
About what?
And then somebody told me they would fuck me up. Have a little class of maturity.
Is this on TikTok?
How was that? They
Oh no!
So they threatened
I
you.
guess my voicemail went through.
Oh.
To the dad. Well, I got to go drop a link to this podcast.
I think I don't know if they know about the podcast, but my thumbnail and title might not have helped. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What was the thumbnail and title?
I gotta go
Here,
check
I'll show
on.
you.
I've been tagged. Here we go. Here we go. Watch it live. Here you go, brother. There you go.
Calling it right.
Jason audition for MILF Manor. That's
I like it.
that's a good one.
Doing my best.
It'll get a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I don't know what what the big deal is. I mean, homie says he's got the money. Why wouldn't he just pay it back?
Who threatened to beat you up? The brother you talked to?
Some guy named Cooper. Cooper Allen.
Is that the same guy that said have some class?
He's telling me to have some. He said he would.
So as he threatens you, he told you to have some class.
Yeah. He said he would find me and fuck me up. Do you think I should worry, Braxton? Do you think that if the jiu-jitsu would pay off in this scenario, where I got a complete stranger on the internet looking for me to fuck me up,
and you don't know what he looks like?
And
he
I
just
don't know
runs up.
He's probably got a profile picture. Let's see what he looks like. Let's see. He's got nice tits, or maybe that's his girlfriend. He's a nice looking fella. He's the kind of guys, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he lived a very rich existence, and probably he don't have that dog in him. He don't look like he's got that dog in him.
But what kind of good looking? Are you talking like Brad Pitt or like
no, like a white trashier version of that. Like, he's got
David Spade?
Patchy facial hair. He's got hair. He slicks it back.
I mean, I don't have hair, so that's nice. I wish
he grows a very weird beard,
I just hit him with an Orale. What are they?
He's lost a lot of weight recently, so his third for
What are
pro.
they?
Orale.
He's recently
I have to
married.
work on my Spanish so I can get better at saying stuff like
his wife
mariscos.
I think this is his wife because
If you're a real savage, you drop the office address.
I mean, look, I'm never at the office. It'd be you and Brenton. Come on.
Just 6 foot
Look,
8 guys start piling out.
I showed my abilities. I looked up your dad's phone number live on live and gave him a call.
Off of just the Facebook.
Like off of just the Facebook posts. Like we can find where we can find out things. But
I don't understand whatever. Like, but how's that guy related?
Is he DMing you or commenting?
No, he commented. He did.
Is he like
he might have DM'd
publicly
you.
threatened?
Yeah, publicly threatened. He's gonna fuck me up. Everybody's gonna do something.
Go get his Facebook, man.
Until he does nothing. I mean, you show up in Grosbeck unannounced. Yeah, I mean, there's consequences. Life has consequences. Don't think for a second. Don't think for a second that whatever rules you're used to over there apply there. It's like, oh, I don't know. Somebody threatened me on the internet, and then they're at my house.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I don't know, man. I'm a little bit old. I'm a little bit fat, but we have solutions for those problems. So it's not the biggest worry of mine. But that's pretty wild. Like, why wouldn't you just be mad at your brother, man? Why wouldn't you go?
Yeah,
was that his brother?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I think so. I called. I think I've called the older brother, the dad. I don't think I got the younger brother. But I don't know why you wouldn't be mad at the brother. Just tell the brother to pay back the money, or maybe you loan him the money and pay it back. Braxton, if you're in a bond and you can't repay a loan, what do you do?
Go borrow it,
or you talk to him,
or you talk to him.
Just be like, hey, I need another month. Like. Yeah. We've all had to do
address your problem. Take ownership first. Admit that you're in trouble and then figure out a solution.
Deals don't always work out sometimes.
That's okay, but, just acting like this and that, everyone else's fault, like that's just, I hate that.
And I'm saying that I have no idea what any of this is or what happened with Chad other than.
Chad loaned basically a second lien position but didn't get a deed of trust.
Oh, no.
I mean, he's got paperwork. He just don't have a deed of trust. If he got a deed of trust, he could just
drop a lien.
Yeah, well, he'd have a lien, and he could just, start that foreclosure process. Instead, he'll have to get a list pendants. The process will still go through. He'll still get that real estate. He'll still be able to tie that real estate up. Like, he won't be able to sell it and not pay Chad off. But it's just a more expensive process. But it don't have to be. I mean, you got brothers that are ready to fight. Why don't they go get a personal loan, man? Just go down to the bank. Get a little fucking loan, give it to your brother so he can pay back his debts. You know what I mean? Do the family thing. I mean, beat me up ain't going to fucking pay off your brother's debt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? You beat me up all you want. Your brother's still going to owe the money. If your dad don't like voicemails, he could have took the call. You know what I mean? We called him. We double dialed him. We triple dialed him because he
hit him again.
He had him on the deal. No, I didn't. I just left him a voicemail. So, I mean, it's like if you don't want your dad to know, if you won't tell your dad about it, should you be doing it?
Probably not.
Yeah. So I mean, bro,
I mean, all the funnest things in my life were things I didn't want to tell my dad.
that's right.
And I
mean,
shouldn't have been doing them.
That's right. If you won't talk to your dad about it, you know, you got problems, you got a family, lean into the family. You had a relationship, a working relationship with Chad, lean into that relationship and work out a solution.
Yeah.
Once you're put on the internet and you're internet fodder, guess what? People that have podcasts are going to fucking use their skill set to help get to the bottom of it. If you don't want your dad to know about it, then
Take
pay
care
off
of
your debt.
problems. Yeah. Like that's the simple solution. Like what you said, just do what you're going to say that you're going to do.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, and if you're going to, if that is come beat up a stranger on the internet, you know,
Try to.
yeah, there's opportunities. You can try your luck. We welcome the adversity, but you know, actions have consequences. So, what do you got?
Got a meeting after this. Go try to find some money.
I'm gonna go raise $200,000. What are you gonna do?
I'll follow up with people.
Yeah,
Get some money in.
We got a big day tomorrow. I gotta figure out what all this stuff wraps up. I gotta get Emory situated. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say I'll be delivering parts and picking up all the stuff that we need for those 6 sites
Yup.
tomorrow. And then Thursday, I'm going to bring my sister down to the office.
We've heard that for a while.
No, she's got the free time. She'll be down.
Happening? Seemed like something was happening with me on Thursday. Might not be at the office. I don't know. I had something wrote down for Thursday. I'll have to find where I wrote that down. I'm just going to follow up. I'm going to try to get $1 million wired this week. Need $1 million week, Braxton.
I think we can do it.
I think we need $1 million week. What do you think?
Think we can do it.
I think we got it too. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks for watching that YouTube video. If you liked it, go ahead and like and subscribe. And check us out on TikTok as well, Roughneck to Real Estate.